Volvo's all-electric XC40 Recharge is a bit like a wolf in sheep's clothing, or a sports car in a crossover SUV body anyway. Now, Volvo's creating a new version with the sporty look to match that speed. It's the C40 Recharge, and I'm going to give you an exclusive look inside and out.
XC is Volvo's current designation for SUV, as seen in the XC40, XC60, and XC90. Previously, Volvo designated its coupes with straight C, just like with the dearly departed C30. Now, a four-door slope-roofed crossover isn't exactly a coupe, but that hasn't stopped BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, and others from calling their crop-topped SUVs coupes as well. So, like it or not, Volvo's at least in good company here. In addition to the aggressive notch at that rear end, Volvo's actually taken a whopping 3 inches out of the height of the vehicle. That's easiest to see in the rear seats, though headroom here is still more than passable.
Up front, you actually gain headroom thanks to the glass panoramic roof, which is standard on the C40 Recharge, and while you do lose a little bit of cargo space in the back, it's not that much. So unless you have particularly tall rear seat passengers that you're going to be carrying around a lot, there aren't really any compromises to be made here in the C40 Recharge. In fact, in terms of features and functionality, it's basically exactly the same as in the XC40 Recharge. You get the same basic look and feel, the only major difference being this is Volvo's first completely leather-free interior, which to me is a very good thing. You've got Android Automotive running both the center console and the gauge cluster, and yes, Android Automotive I said, not Android Auto. That means you've got the power of Google, everything from Google Maps to YouTube Music, all included, no smartphone required, unlimited data, and over-the-air updates too.
Back on the outside, Volvo didn't just crop the roof. The rear end is thoroughly redesigned with taillights that follow that familiar Volvo shape, but they're, well, shapelier now. Also, a pert little wing now rests on the hatch. Changes up front are more subtle, but the lower bumper area highlights the fog lights a little differently, while new matrix LED headlights light the way ahead. New wheels and a subtly different profile to the lower body round out the changes.
The C40 Recharge shares the powertrain with the XC40 Recharge, which is both a good and a bad thing. On the good side, we've got that 402 horsepower and the outrageous 486 pound-feet of torque delivered through all wheels. On the maybe not so good side, we're expecting the same middling 208-mile EPA-rated range and a starting price somewhere in the $60,000 ballpark. Now those numbers, they're not going to add up for a lot of people's budgets. I know sadly they don't add up for mine, but if the math works for you, there's one final caveat you need to know. You cannot order this car through a dealership. You have to do it online, though the dealership will still handle delivery and of course the servicing of the thing. So if you're looking for an all-electric crossover coupe to add to your stable, make sure you get online and start clicking.